studio, but I haven't done a live in a long time. And people are asking me how my social media detox is going. And they're also telling me how they want to do one too, and they don't really know how to start. And so I'm just going to give you like the real deal update on how it's been going for me. It's been really surprising. Um, I got off of Facebook, I think it was on the 12th of January, and Instagram as well. So no more scrolling for me. I was never on TikTok. And for that first week, I found myself finding a different source for doom scrolling, and that was the New York Times. I do read the New York Times every day, but the thing that was interesting to me was I had a habit, and this is what happens, right? So this is, I want you to recognize this for yourself on where this might trip you up. So we tend to replace one habit with another habit. So how many times do you know people who want to quit smoking and then they start just like eating M&Ms, right? They want to give up drinking and then they're drinking like so many seltzers and now they're getting muscle cramps because there's too much forced carbonation. Like you replace like for like, right? And so I had given up Instagram and Facebook, and on those platforms for years, as you scroll through the news feeds, I mean, sure, you see your friends' kids and whatnot, but there's also a lot of like, just, it's a lot of bad stuff on there too. Stuff that I don't need in my brain space. And so what I ended up doing, instead of doing my social media outlets, was I was constantly circling back to the New York Times. I had already read the Times in that morning, but I was going back to reread the headlines, read the stories. Was there an update? What's the next thing that the administration did or said or threatened? Or, I mean, and not to mention that since January 12th, the United States has been suffering the LA fires, and then we had the plane crash in the Potomac River with the ice skaters and their families and coaches, and like, and all the stuff the administration is doing. I mean, there's just so much. So anyway, I found myself looping back through there, and I was still feeling anxious, and I thought I shouldn't be feeling anxious if I gave up my social media. Then I realized, I replaced one bad habit for another. So awareness was key. I caught myself in the act, treating myself with kindness, saying, okay, I replaced one habit for another. Should have known better, now I know. And so what did I do instead? I purposefully went back to texting my friends, because I said that that was going to be my accountability. I had found 3 friends that I could text if I really needed connection. So I started getting back into that. I was, full disclosure, going onto LinkedIn for social media. I get, honestly, I get a little bored on LinkedIn. But I was, spending a little bit more time. I was actually commenting on more posts than I normally would to make connections, and that's probably beneficial. But when I realized that the New York Times was replacing my doom scrolling, I realized, wait a minute, I can just read the Sunday New York Times, because that's basically a conglomerate of all the stories that happened during the week. And then instead of reading the New York Times every day, I'll go back to finding my personal development, professional development, YouTube videos that I enjoy. And I can, fill my mind with those good things. So that's where I currently am with it. Eventually, I'd love to go back to living like I'm in 1994 and not have any electronic device in my morning. Not there yet. I don't know if I will, because I know that we are living in a contemporary world that's filled with digital media. Nothing wrong with digital media. I just want it to be the right digital media to be influencing me and my heart space and my mindset. And so we have more agency than we think, and make the choices that support your higher good. So that's what this whole thing is about. One thing that I've also noticed by not being on Facebook is I definitely miss connection with my triathlon community. So I am trying to figure out different ways to text them and like I'm doing a game night with one of the members on Friday. So other ways to meet up off of some digital platform. So it's going to take a little bit of creativity to figure it out, but I will. And I want to know if you have any questions about this process for me. Leave them in the comments for this video or in the original video that I posted about my social media detox, because a lot of people really want to do it, they just don't know where to start. And I say, get your accountability friends, the people that you love and trust, that you can go to when you're feeling that itch to connect, because I do think social media is giving us this false promise of connection, but it's not really there. So find your friends there, and then just do it. Just get off. I am thankful for the freedom that I have found in my energy and my time by not being on social media. The other night, I was feeling really bored, and I thought, God, if I had Instagram, I'd burn hours on Instagram. But instead, I just watched a bunch of documentaries, which was actually pretty cool. So there's lots of things out there that you can do. Again, let me know how I can support you. I am devoted to helping others with their own personal development through all the myriad of ways that I have figured it out for myself and that I am still figuring it out. And I'm here to help you. So drop a comment, let me know how it's going for you. Bye.